So whenever my one of my tactics with like uploading and screenshots taken in the midst, which is these things, they don't seem like a lot, but they are absolutely, they're responding to that. This is 9:35 p.m. Saturday, August 7th, 2021. So let me turn my bike towards the light. Here outside Village Hall, Oswego. On that screenshot had 9:35 p.m. Saturday, August 7th, 2021. So like whenever one of my, especially with this phone, especially after they cut my camera because they didn't like what I was saying, when they make me have to whore myself, and then they disallow it based on like the bogus readings of the BioLife place. They literally turn off my phone, like right there. They didn't expect it, but all like the 2-minute videos throughout the day, the 1-minute videos, it amassed 13 files that I was uploading right there onto Drive. 2 of which were images, I think. So 11 little video files, and like taking screenshot before as I'm like highlighting this of all the videos going on, and then like the time is on that. So then when it says preparing to upload those files, take a screenshot of that. I don't always go to all those links for every time I do an upload. I just get it when it says, I get usually a shot of like the pull down screen verifying that it's done, and then go to recent files on Google Drive, on my Google Drive app, and see that that file is there and get a screenshot of that at the time, and then with a pull down screen of the time. It's just an easy way to document these things. But that documentation has like thrown these things into chaos for years around me. Like since Salmonok, once I started using MapQuest, because I knew John William was up to some shit. Him and his wife, he got a new white Ford Taurus, a new red Ford Taurus, new maroon Ford Taurus, just one day in December for a trip he's taking. Like the weekend of December, whatever weekend is around December 17th in the year 2014. Yep, because I went to prison the next spring. And like I knew they were doing some shit. Pulls up with this new car, looks like the car that belonged to a young man at the time. I won't say his name. But it just, John William finagles a new car for this trip he's taking with his wife for just this weekend, for their anniversary. And I used MapQuest to document where I'm taking Brian to his job at the time, and like the stops I'm gonna make then along the way, and like I let the cameras at the place. So it's like I told them where they could expect me, and then showed up at the place, and then went on MapQuest when I got back up to my parents' house in Salmonok. That's 1245 Lakewood Drive, Salmonok, Illinois, 60552 in Salmonok, Illinois. In Lake Holiday, the northernmost lip of Lake Holiday. It's right behind, like the backyards across the street from us was the strip club. We're not so affluent. We were strip club kids. Anyways, went to MapQuest and just did it. And like I saw them have to react and respond in such blatant ways as to show me these Ezekiel's wheels. That was years and years ago. But like now I do it. But when I do on this thing, it's because I'm having to wage like this war against AT&T. Literally, they've had access to every single thing I do for 4 years, and now I have their phone, and they take these things and they give doubles of it. They give doubles of everything I do. I don't have the first touch of my phone screen at all whatsoever. And then I'll put in the right pin, which is a 12-character pin, and I watch myself do it perfectly, and it says wrong pin sometimes. It's just them usurping. They give all the locals access to my stuff. I don't give a shit. I'm still making it hard for them. But when I do things too effectively, like right there, they had to shut down my very phone. So I want to put this on YouTube. I was also hit by a car today. And if I don't even, it's just as plausible to me. It's the local military. These people, their cycles are all around me, and I don't need you to believe me. Anyone who might perhaps see these videos on YouTube, it would be hard to just take these things at face value. But who do you know knows the theology of the times, the texts, in such way as to like make them afraid of my perspective of their texts? Hundreds and hundreds of pages, over 1,000 written on his name, 2 prime number generators, and really bold voice against these municipal pedophiles, these paramilitary things they have around me and have for years. So, but when I get to, I know it's all like I'm facing AT&T, and the person I live with has had an account. Their internet access code is their internet name, the name for their Wi-Fi, ATT008. Like here I'm some sort of badass agent. Fucking unbelievable. But yeah, I was hit by a car today, and I don't know. It's just as likely to me that it's just like they have these. They're putting me in my place, showing me that like they could do this at every intersection they want to. Someone's right in front of me. They look to be stopped. I cross the road. The car hits me, which, you know, not too painful. For as not very fast they were going, fucked me, you know, threw me off the bike. It's on the infrastructure camera on Route 34 at like Autumn Creek stoplight. You see, I could, Dale, why don't you just press, you know, get a lawsuit? Because like now it fucked up part of my bike and fucked up my headphones. Literally fucked, like that's the worst part of it for me. It hurt, sure, but like that pain, you know, whatever. Who gives a shit about that? It didn't break any bones. Didn't even make me bleed. Might have scuffed up like my back or something if I rolled onto my back. But Dale, why don't you just have a lawsuit and do the... I don't trust that footage will be on that fucking infrastructure cam. They have total control over everything. This is a military zone around me. And, you know, that's all. He is so ingracious for what people are doing. And truly, that is the case. They are being gracious. And some of them are like, they do treat me as a valuable citizen among them. But like, I don't trust the apparatus. I don't trust the police department. Yorkville police have done some real dumb things. Dumb ploys around me has the Yorkville police. Most of the other places are pretty good. I've not any complaints. Oswego least of all. They've been really great. They've never, because I'm just a burden wherever I go, and you become this tornado these things make around you. Can't be easy on like any sort of authority. But they've handled this inconvenience known as my fucking life rather gracefully. I have no complaints. But I was hit by the car today. Dale, why don't you just sue? Get a settlement. I don't have justice except they get to dictate it. My justice is going to YouTube and putting videos on in a chasm that nobody watches except, you know, whoever, an amount that they set to a video that it shows me. They're never going to validate me with an audience. Are you fucking kidding me? These things have hated me for years. It's like the stories I've written, Bound by Snow, like that should scare America. Until to get windmills, that's a nervous one. That's making fun of the very forum. Because how else do you communicate these things? You use a very controversial subject like race, which is what the actual experience became. This kind of race struggle, but it's foolish because it's all one. It's all races. It's behavior. If you're a scumbag, they've employed you. If you've got a spine and convictions, you stand alone in an island and they're looking to frame you for an atrocity and you got fucking nothing you can do about it. That's more or less what that is. And there is no honor, it seems, among America's military. They pull these little I use that word not in a gay way. Let me disclaimer that, not in a gay way. It's a behavior way. They are just worthless sticks. It's like they've only done these dumb schemes around me all the time. They used to pierce my tires, and always there's a new fresh glass bottle that if I don't avoid, boy, I gotta hope I have $15 among any potential 20 I might have in my possession at any given time, which I both need to eat with over like the next week. Hopefully I have 15 though, at least to put a tire on my bike. Otherwise I'm stranded in Yorkville, where all my data and everything I do with writing, with videos, becomes their personal property, which they get to. Like, I'm pretty sure Walmart bought my YouTube. Most of my YouTube videos have at least a view, just to like, huh, you got a view out of it, good for you, son. You know, I don't give a shit. I don't expect you to let me. I expect them all to have 0, but these ones actually have 0. One of them is like an hour and 5 minutes of a comedy routine in which it's clever and cunning and funny. It's if you actually do the routine. Someone could take that routine, go do it on stage, and it would be hilarious. And Walmart put the nix on that. You're not putting that on YouTube. No sir. No sir. I have like the government and the military answer to Walmart, and that's literally the case. Not if the right leader came in. Hey, I'm Dale William Paul. Let's get me assassinated. That's my political slogan. Anyone can take me up on it too. You fund a campaign and I'm in no one's pocket, and everybody in the power structure fucking hates me. They keep me dirt poor. I don't eat except that I whore myself. See that? That's a blood plasma. That is a tuft blood plasma vein, just like the left arm. You see a wise person, they alternate arms. They don't just go right the whole time. If I go twice a week, which I have to and have for weeks and months, just to eat, you got to go right and left. You can't just do one arm. You're going to fuck up your bodily infrastructure. You balance it out. Symmetry. Beauty. Anyways, but I got hit by a car today, and of course I would never, I want to sue the shit out of LA Fitness, and I actually have the tape. I actually have video evidence of many things, but that it would be allowed, or that it would do anything to just like this military thing. Kids, you know, just find a job and don't think, because this thing owns you. It all has to do with a very perverse sub society that I yell about. But when my stuff's too formidable, they turn off my phone. They already give my access, and they're making dummy Dales everywhere. Like, man, I'll upload some videos. One of them, like, there's this Hindu guy right outside LA Fitness, just the most awkward thing. You'll have to see that video when I upload. I have so many dozens that I just want to upload, but like you have to put a title and a description. It's like, all I want is like, look at the awkwardness of this. Do you think, like, if you're just an idiot that watches Netflix, you don't need, it wouldn't make sense to you that they would do this for one person, because you have little relevant things to say. You don't use your time in any wise fashion to make you their enemy by virtue of thought. Okay? Fucking morons, this American people, and it's very sad. Because goddamn it, I love this country. When I was in 7th grade, I memorized the Gettysburg Address and like had like so much of the Constitution as a 7th grader memorized, because I just like, my family goes back to the Mayflower in both sides of me, and my grandfather on my mother's side dropped down with Private Ryan's team on D-Day, you know, the 101st Airborne, and he's a Harvard lawyer. I was just like so proud to be part of this American manifest destiny still, but it's just all a facade. It's just a bunch of weaklings, it seems, who have been bought by international forces and people systematically made stupid as shit. So they gotta fuck with me because I'm the one that's like, all races come and fuck with me because it's like, white people are bad. And it's like all the white people around are like, yes sir, to like every other race that comes and buys themselves around me. It is unbelievable. Now the flavor is Hindu. It was Latin, it was Asian, now it's Hindu. They seem to own or Muslim, whichever one owns the LA Fitness at Route 59 Signature Club, my home club, but my thing bears Oswego still, even though I'm not allowed to go there because some kid's mommy, when they sent him to come and start stuff with me. His mommy came and wanted like the cops there, and I said to the guy working, that's your problem. I am not staying here because this kid's mommy wants to disallow use of my camera. That's what it becomes, a civil rights issue over the right to like keep these places where you go honest, because anywhere I go, they don't. That's fighting a lot to getting that footage just allowed in court. But if I have my own footage, anyways, so this is just me venting on YouTube. This is AT&T still giving my work to others. They do this loading program. It says Sims contacts, and it's just this little like, it's like the vague impression, think of like the Bic logo thing, like the little black head, like pitch black little thing that looks like a guy on the bathroom sign. Just this little thing loads, it just says loading Sims contacts. I've gotten a couple screenshots with it. Now they do it so quick that anytime I try to get a screenshot of it, it goes away. But I know those things are dummy programs, because that's what helps give them the first touch, the first any maneuver I do, the right to turn off my phone if I'm doing too good of job at documenting my maneuvers. America, is this the commerce that you want? Corporations owning your military and saying to your commanding military men, you will stand down and shut the fuck up. He bought my phone. I didn't say he could use it to fucking prove himself. Is that the commerce you want, America? Because that's what you deserve, because you gave up all like civics and like you're all just a bunch of spoiled brats playing Xbox and watching Netflix and jerking off. But very little thought gets done in the midst. And international forces just like, why would ever in any viable economy would a bag of Doritos cost as much as a gallon of gas? Ask yourselves these pertinent questions, America, and then be like, what the fuck kind of sense does that make? What a bunch of horse shit that is. Everything is price controlled, and everything's meant to keep you dumb and stupid and eating your swill and not thinking. You need to wake the fuck up and turn off your fucking television screen, America, because otherwise... Now, if you like being owned, most people don't have, like... They're not aspiring writers with hundreds of pages of, like, prose that these things, like piranhas, go at to own for themselves. So it's like you have little at stake at these things, but they wouldn't be after my thing if it wasn't meant to make you think a little more about the things around you and to make you smarter and thereby earn some small pittance known as income. They don't want you to become smarter. They want you to be stupid as shit, America. That's why they feed you these dumb advertisements all day. Some idiot on a prescription commercial, some fat, middle-aged, dumb, dim-witted sitcom father. I'm gonna go to the carnival now. I'm gonna go to the fair. I'm gonna go, do everything that I'm not gonna do, but I just need this pill to zonk me the fuck out and put me in a better mood, please. The soma of this cowardly, absolutely cowardly old world remanifesting itself all over, just like the same primordial cesspool of every individual manifesting itself now in a digital age. Anyways, whatever. This is 9:54 p.m. That changed right exactly as I did that. 9:54 p.m. now, because they leave like a window. Even time becomes a manipulation, because like the video signature will bear like VID underscore 2021 0807 underscore. That just gives you the day, and then it'll say like 20. Since it is 9:54, it would at 10 o'clock. It'll read like 21:54 and then the millisecond. But then why does it bear this? Because I know people in high places have looked upon these things, these videos, and I have no problem with that. Here, that is a worthy surveillance. helping a worthy citizen to overcome these nefarious elements. I would never sue my government if they've used it in ways I think they are, because like they pay me a lot of attention, a lot of planes fly over, and I don't get like, only so many people make death threats. You only get hit by a car so often, but like someone who's as notorious in these areas as me, you could expect to be dead. Especially given that like executives of all these businesses see me as public enemy number one, who's making these people like understand commerce and that it's all a facade meant to drain the American people of whatever it once had. And everything is nefarious. Laissez-faire. Hey, ask the French that when they were sold a million tainted fucking HIV pills. By Bayer, was it? And one company is giving moms pussy cancer, but still is a family company. America, is this what you wanted? Is this what your fathers fought for? Is this what your people, your anthropology was hoping to achieve for you all along? Anyways, they have like the digital signature thing. So it's like, why is it Bayer on my thing this time? But right here it says, it should still say this. It's just a way to divide the house so that it can't be accepted. These things just have all sorts of control. And they're awful. Everything's awful. You gotta have some faith in God and Jesus. Jesus hates me and God hates me and I hate them. But we have an understanding about that. We're like, we are colleagues. Excuse me, we are colleagues. You can fuck off. We are colleagues. Peers. I won't say equals. But no. This was what I wanted out of faith, is to be kicked in the fucking stomach every fucking day by a bunch of fucking creeps and perverts. Just like they'll put just people behind you, just like, I'm surprised there's not like a car that has just like rolled along and just like parks right there. It's always just to impose a presence. Just like, it's supposed to make you afraid, but it doesn't. It doesn't with me, but that's where faith comes in. That's where faith comes in. And like, all the attention from the establishment, that helps too. I know they value, it's like there is a righteous American coalition. I know these things. I live these things. They show me enough to like keep me like from losing my mind, but not so much as to let me eat. There's so much behind that I can't even begin to expound on right in these moments. It's like another so many theses in themselves. America, bottom line, you need to get your fucking head out of your ass. And just because ABC says it's like, and Disney say you're not allowed to have racial thoughts, everybody has racial thoughts, okay? Everybody has racial thoughts. It's like they want you as American white people to be like, well, I guess our parents did just want to have their community as their own, and like every other anthropology before them in every place ever, took exception to the encroachment of other looking types. Yeah, we are evil and awful, and I don't deserve to have any sort of rights or opinions. And it's a perfect time for Satan and his race war to come and, use my white guilt against me and automatically assume my wrongness in any sort of situation, my fault and error, because of past that I neither perpetuated nor engaged in. Yeah, that's what it's become. And America, you need to wake the fuck up.